Okay, kids, we are back. And with us is, hold on a second. Okay, we are back. And this is Nicola Collins that's with us. Hi, Nicola. How are you?
I'm very well, Jim. How are you?
So good. Thank you. So Nicola's joining us from Germany, and she's a PE teacher. And I've asked her to join us to just learn about her life. And she can tell us how life is over there in Germany. We can talk PE, talk about you guys a little bit. So Nicola, could you introduce yourself to the kids?
Hi, kids. I'm really pleased to be able to have this opportunity to speak to you guys. So my name is Nicola, and I am originally from Scotland. I am pretty sure that you've heard from my brother Neill. So Nicola Collins, who is the soccer manager for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. I am a PE teacher. I have been a PE teacher for 14 years. I've just this year made the move to Germany. So when I taught in Scotland, I taught 4-year-olds right through to 18-year-olds. At the school I'm at in Germany, I am now a middle school and high school PE teacher. But I do see a lot of elementary kids, and I do some sports clubs after school for them as well. I love PE. I've always loved PE. It's my passion. I love being a teacher. I go to work every day, and I'm just excited about new opportunities. It's been tough, obviously, during this time with coronavirus, because it's been very different for PE because we've had to do it over screen. But I've certainly learned a lot. And yeah, I've just enjoyed trying to keep encouraging all my students to keep active, because it's just so important during this time.
That's beautiful. Tell us about Germany. What's Germany like?
I had never really been to Germany. It was quite a stab in the dark at coming to Germany. It's funny, as a young kid, my dad always used to tell me the Germans were very good at sports. And we used to watch the German soccer team. And I would always just listen to my dad, watch sport with my dad. And I ended up getting a German soccer strip because I just thought the Germans were so great. So when I got the opportunity to teach internationally, I thought the German culture would suit me quite nicely. They're very regimented. They like to do things orderly. Yeah, it's just a completely different lifestyle to what I'm used to in Scotland. It's obviously been very different, as I said, because a lot of things have been closed. But so far, so good. I'm working at a fantastic school. We have some amazing facilities for sports. We have got 2 big, massive AstroTurf full-size pitches. We have the biggest sports hall in Europe, which is like probably 3 sports halls in one. I was amazed when I saw the size of it. We don't have a swimming pool. We use a local pool for swimming. But yeah, the facilities are fantastic, and I'm really enjoying working at the school. The weather's a bit better than Scotland. We tend to have 2 seasons here. We have winter and summer, unlike Scotland where you struggle to get even a summer. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm looking forward to exploring even more about the surrounding area.
That's beautiful. Are there other Scottish teachers on the staff?
There's only a couple. There's a gentleman in DT, and there's another lady that teaches in the elementary school. But there's quite a lot of Canadians, Americans, some German teachers. But yeah, just a few Brits. But I think the kids are really enjoying. The kids are from all different countries as well. And I think it's just a unique environment because you learn about different cultures, and it's a really great community. And the one thing that was important to me in changing school was that I was going to be part of a community that looked out for each other, particularly when I was going to be away from family. So this is really a fantastic community, and I'm really enjoying getting to know the other teachers and all my students at the school.
That's great. That's so important, that culture. We work on that within our PE program, among the kids. That's a big thing for us, but it's a big thing anywhere. Your brother's done a great job of that with his team, by the way.
Okay.
So tell us about Scotland and tell us about growing up in Scotland. Tell us about your 9, 10, and 11-year-old self.
Of course. I had a great childhood. I loved growing up in Scotland. I was very close to my family. Obviously, me, my mum and dad, and my brother. The beauty about my childhood was I had the opportunity to go outside and play with my local friends. We were always outside inventing games, playing games. If it was tennis season, we would play tennis. If it was athletic season, we would be doing races. My brother was always down the park playing soccer. I was usually swinging off the monkey bars or doing something like that. So I would say I had a very happy childhood. I loved PE at school. It was my favourite activity, just to be able to run around. At 9 and 10, I started playing a game called netball when I was 8. And I don't know, netball is not a big sport in America. It's very like basketball and handball combined. So you can shoot into a net, similar to a basketball net, but with no backboard. And you're not allowed to move with the ball. So you can't dribble the ball, but you've got 3 seconds to pass it. And you're allowed in restricted areas. So I got introduced to netball in primary school. So when I was about 7 and 8, and I started playing with my neighborhood friends. And I've quickly realized that this was a sport that I really loved and enjoyed. And my dad always tells me the story of coming to see me with my elementary school. And he said to my mum, oh my goodness, she is able to just see the space, and she's obviously watched all the soccer games, but he says she's really quite good at this game. So I developed a passion for netball at primary school, and we had such a fantastic team. And the reason we had such a good team is that sense of community, that sense of we're all in this together. We played against other local primary schools and we just loved it, and we had the best time. So I would say my fondest memory of playing my sport of netball would have been my elementary years, when everything was just great fun. You went away to competitions and tournaments, and yeah, I was very, very fortunate that I was exposed to many sports. And I was able to develop a range of skills. So my tennis, my hand-eye coordination. I never get into soccer as much as my brother did. I think my parents were protecting me from having both of us in soccer. So I did a lot of dance growing up. I did ballet and tap and modern dance. And I think that's helped my sport as well, that creativity and that movement. So all these things, I would encourage you all to just be open to try new things. It's so important. And try not to have a closed, fixed mindset, oh no, I can't do something. Try and have a growth mindset that, it's important you try things and give it a go. And I'm always quite excited when I can't do something, because it's just a challenge for me to get better at it.
Great. Boy, I'm just listening to you talk. I would love to be one of your students. I can imagine that you do a great job with them. I know you've looked at some clips of our kids performing at PE class and at our year-end performance. Do you have any impressions about that?
I want to come and join. I think it looks great. Music for me is so important, and I have used music quite a lot during what we call DLP, which is distance learning program. And even as the kids come on to Zoom, see to play some music, lifts their mood straight away. So I just love the fact that you're using music, you're using it to, create dances and be a community. And yeah, I love it. And I think, I would love to come and see it in real life, because I think on the screen it looks good, but I can't imagine what it's like being there and seeing all the build up and seeing the response of your audience. So yeah, it looks fantastic.
There's an electricity there, as you can imagine. It's hard to put a finger on, but when you see it, or when you're in it, it's real. Thank you for that input. We would love to have you, so we'll give you an open invitation. Anytime you're in the States, we'd love to have you come and join us, come and see what we're doing. Love to have the kids meet you. But what I want to ask is one more thing. Do you have any advice for kids age 9, 10, 11, especially if they're thinking of a career in teaching or coaching, but just any advice in general?
Absolutely. Oh, I've got so many pieces of advice. If only I could go back. But from my experience, in order to be successful and to do well, is just keep your options open. Have a balanced approach. Work hard. I think that's important. I think that's something me and my brother have always been hard workers. You don't get things easily in life. A lot of people say, "Oh, you're so talented, you're so lucky." No, it's a lot of hard work. Okay, it's a lot of hard work. Enjoy it. Do things that you love. If you want to get into sport and PE, I think that's fantastic. I just love my job because the passion is there, and I wake up every morning excited about what new things I can do with my students. For you guys at your age, I would just keep loving sport, loving activity. Try and do something active every day, something that you love every day. It doesn't need to be really strenuous every day. Maybe you just want to go out a nice walk. We've got a beautiful forest here in Germany, and every day I try and get out in the forest because I think during this time it just is my medicine to get away from the screen. So in terms of advice to you guys, just keep loving your sport, enjoying it. Don't compare yourself to other people. We're all very different. I think that's easy to do when you're young. You see someone else that's maybe good at gymnastics or good at something that you want to be good at. Just remember, we've all got our own strengths and weaknesses. Go away and work on your weaknesses as much as you can, but always pull on your strengths and remember the person you are. Don't compare yourself to the person next to you. That's probably something I've learned as I've grown older, but that's some advice I would give you looking back on my early childhood. So enjoy being active, keep working hard, be your own person, and I'm sure you'll all do well.
That's great. Yeah, that comparing is so easy for kids to fall into, isn't it?
Yep.
We try so hard to talk about comparing yourself to yourself, and that's it. Nothing else. But those are great lessons. Really appreciate it, and really appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much. And I look forward to the day when you visit us.
I would love to visit you all. I'm excited about that, to be able to travel again and get over to Florida and see my brother and maybe come and visit you guys. That would be great.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Nicola. Take care.
Take care, everyone. Nice to see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.